All right.
Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome into the room. We'll do a quick roll call. I know we're a few minutes late, but we were just checking on a couple of things. And, today we decided, we're gonna take a walk through this conversation and see what we see. Because there's so many questions, and a lot of people are talking about this. Everyone's talking about it. Let's just be honest. Everybody's talking about this. It's funny. We went from a GoFundMe to a who shot you, like overnight. This world is absolutely insane. And guys, by the way, welcome. This is the Jaguar Wright Effect. I am Jaguar Wright, and I am here with our amazing producer and my favorite co-host, Wolfgang Amadeus from Set in the West. Please grab a membership to join the chat. Feel free. Welcome to all members. The link is right there. Who do we got in here, by the way? Let's say hi to our members. We got Britt is here. What's going on? Hey, Reese. What it do? Auntie Leah's in the building. She's over there on the mobile upload side, the vertical side. We got Barb in here. Okay, that's Pat. We got Love Tip. Okay. Latasha Akshaya is in the room. Alrighty. I'm not sure. Oh, we also have some people that are at our other off-site location. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You couldn't wait to hear me cover this? Listen to me. We're going to do our best, because this isn't really about covering it. This is about really trying to just understand what it is that we're covering. You know what I'm saying? So
It's more or less of almost a decoding, and because it's a lot of things that ain't even really out, and no.
Shot callers. Salute. Hey, A Reed, salute. Okay, because I know we have some people in some places and in other places. So welcome everyone. Welcome all. And yes, Auntie Leah, don't forget to smash the like button no matter where you are. Appreciate you. So, how do we get into this conversation? Oh, and we have a new member. Welcome. Welcome, Miss
You got
Ellen.
a bunch of new members. It's a bunch of new members. What are you just saying?
Wow. My bad.
see?
Hold on. Quincy Brown back in the building. Welcome all. Okay. So, where do we start with this?
Well, if you would have came on just a few minutes early, you would have saw. Well, let me let y'all know. I'm pretty much, y'all already know. I pull up, and I'm not gonna say I'm at the location where the pounding happened, because I think the media is playing a game. But I'm here. Hold on. Let me just pull up. Let me see. So I'm in Beverly Hills, actually Beverly Crest.
Boots on the ground, guys. Boots on the ground.
In the location to where they say Rihanna supposedly live. In fact, hold on. So if you see, y'all see, right? Y'all see the can y'all see or no? You see, this is the area. It's the type of neighborhood that these people live in. Right above or right over that hill is where a lot of helicopter activity was just going less than 10 minutes ago. So I say that to say I'm over here in this area where it's supposed to be less likely to get pow, but there's been some crazy things going. The address that is supposedly where the incident happened, I'm gonna walk over there.
Well, we've always we go through this. We pulled up at the David house. And we actually got the right house. And you remember they were doing all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of stuff, changing addresses, changing the
Mm-hmm.
stuff in the
Mm-hmm.
Google search. Like we had to literally do a whole breakdown on how this happens. They're always so busy trying to make sure that the public doesn't find anything. The question is if they're going to go through this much trouble, how is it so easy for it? We'll get there. So go ahead.
Well, yeah. So reported. Well, let's not even say reportedly. I'll just say it like this: a lot of times when movie stars, celebrities, when they rent homes or own homes, it's not like public. Like it's well, I'm gonna go back in history a little bit before I even really go there. But you can't
Mhm.
just easily find like how it was back in the day, where you get on these Hollywood tour buses and no, this is where Tom Cruise lived. This is where Madonna lives. This is where information is out there, but a lot of times the cloaking of where these celebrities live, for the most part, they 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 tend to be hidden, private.
Very much
So
so.
when you look up where Rihanna lives, it's supposed to be what was it a 14 million house, $14 million house, $19 million house, and I'm walking up
14.
to it right here.
14.
14. Okay,
13.8. Yeah.
I'm walking up to it right now. I can't flip the camera. At least I don't know how to do it on this end, but I'll turn around and it doesn't look like the house that they have in the reports. That's why I said I may have to just go over to the other side and get a better location, get a better idea of where it could have potentially been. But look, I covered a story years ago. The guy that stalked Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a little backstory about his situation. I did a documentary on this guy, certified erotomaniac. An erotomaniac is a person who thinks they're in a relationship with someone of a higher stature when it comes to just like, let's say celebrity or social status, right?
Yeah.
So this guy thought that he was married to Madonna. He said they got married on a tour bus. He said all kind of stuff. He ended up at her house. I always wanted to know how he ended up at her house because, I mean, at the time, I think her house was kind of like put out there or whatever. But the guy's supposed to be illiterate. The guy don't, he probably didn't know. Supposedly, he didn't know his A from a hole in the ground. But
Mm-hmm.
he ended up at Madonna's house and Madonna's bodyguard. I talked to Madonna's bodyguard. Shout out to Basil Stevens, brother, cool brother. Gave me
Mm-hmm.
the rundown, and he pow the dude because he what ended up at the house swimming in the swimming pool and was talking about this is my wife's house, blah blah blah, wah wah, and they got into it, they got in a fight. But he ended up fighting in that house and on multiple occasions because that wasn't the first time. That was the second time when he got pow. But the first time he did find her house, went to the mailbox and put a letter in her mailbox saying something about, you defiled our marriage or whatever. Because this guy thought he was really married to Madonna. So
Yeah.
I say all that to say, since then, because this happened in the mid '90s. Since then, a lot of times these people in these certain neighborhoods, and y'all can check the background. These certain people in these certain neighborhoods, they a lot of times you're going to be in some type of gated situation. Where I'm at right here, this is Beverly Crest. It's the decent part of Beverly Hills. When you get further south, like towards Wilshire, that's you consider that the poor part of Beverly Hills. But you could look at these houses behind me.
Yeah.
These houses are multi-million-dollar houses. So, like I said, $14 million. Now, you can get into the story about the Rihanna situation, but supposedly, this is where she lives right here. I'm on but apparently, this isn't the same house that
It is not.
the news is reporting. And you can look at it right here. Remember, because you said it was white, right?
The house is white with that with the black rooftop, and even the grounds, it just doesn't look the same. And
No, it's not.
the gate that they have, that I'm looking at in some of the pictures that they have from the reports, not the same color gate. The gate that they have on the police, well, the news, report from police on the scene or whatever, it's a
Hmm.
completely color and a completely different, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting.
There's no gate here. There's no gate here. And supposedly this is the house, but I highly doubt it. But like I said,
Highly doubt it.
over them hills over there is where the helicopter activity was going on. So I'm actually gonna push on over there. So
Okay.
y'all bear with me because you already know we be pulling up, and I be the media, especially when I did that last documentary on the Madonna stalker. I realized the media doesn't really give the whole truth, and sometimes they're basing everything off of
Oh wow.
police reports, police accounts, and things like that.
Don't
So
mind me. While you're doing that, I'm actually pulling up her YouTube page, and she has more subscribers than she has. She only had 43 subscribers than she has this morning.
how many she got now? A couple thousand?
No, 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 not yet. Because apparently, there's a lot of people that aren't hip to the fact that she's actually a YouTuber and she's been uploading videos. But yeah, I'm pulling up her page now. She had 43 this morning, and now she is 61.
Hmm.
So she's picked up almost 20 some odd. I figured, while you're getting in position, we could, I don't know, maybe take a look at the mind of you know,
Yeah, look into the
someone
mind of
known
this
as her.
this
Yeah.
certain person. But yeah, I'm leaving the area, but people are saying, "Is this Rihanna house?" No, this isn't Rihanna house. This is
It's her
supposedly, allegedly
neighborhood. It's the neighborhood.
the
It's not the house.
it's supposedly the house, but that's not the house. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna actually go over there and see what we can find or see what we can do because I read the report and I think the house is really off of like Benedict Canyon. I'm near
Mhm.
Coldwater Canyon because they said the person did the pow powing and fled south down
Right.
Coldwater Canyon. When you go south, you're going deeper into LA. You're not going into the valley where if she would have went north on Coldwater Canyon, it would make sense because they said she ended up at the Sherman Oaks Mall. We're not
Yeah.
too far from that mall, but yeah. But I think the house was on Benedict Canyon, and like I said, I didn't want to just pull up on some stalker ish. I was expecting to see media and all. That's why I said I think the activity is really going on the other side of Beverly Hills.
Well,
You
that would make
know,
sense. That's where all the helicopters are.
yeah. So
The houses don't match at all. They don't match at all.
no, no, not at all. Now, who'd you say this young lady was? The suspected power is Ivana Ortiz. Is that the person's name?
Ivana Lisette Ortiz.
Okay.
I've been just, bouncing around and looking at, what everyone's saying, looking at what the news is saying, seeing where things, there are discrepancies. There was, plenty of reports that said that ASAP Rocky and the kids weren't in the house, but I bumped into two news reports from ABC that said they were in the house. So I'm not sure. It's like, that's why I said I think we're going to get a bunch of misinformation. But you remember what I said to you? I don't want to talk about this until we find out the ethnicity.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of
Yeah.
reasons why I said they're talking about everything, but they're not talking. They're saying that, she's 35. First they said she was 30. Now she's 35. They were saying, that she had braids in her hair, that she was driving a dirty white Tesla. But I'm like, yeah, but what's her race? Why are they keeping her race from? Because usually they would give all of those, those details. I was right. She was Latina. But there's a whole part of this that is like, hell, just like, so this is, it's a little creepy. So we have Ivana Ortiz's YouTube channel. It's at Ivanna's Human or Ivanna Schumann, however you decide to look at it. But she has 117 videos. Let's just check her out. Okay, she's been on YouTube since 2008, March 4th to be exact. She now has 61 subscribers and she has less than 4,500 views. Like she's been here this long and 117 videos. Now, a lot of these videos that I saw earlier, they had less numbers than these. They're growing. Like there's this one video that she had. I'm going to play some of it. I don't know. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see any of this stuff? I'm not looking at the chat right now. But yeah, so she does this thing. It's called the Praying Woman's Journal. And she seems to be like, this is a book. And I don't know what was the chat saying, because I'm not in the chat right now. Oh,
hold on,
yeah,
I'm not either. But
this is one of her songs. Apparently, she sings.
Okay.
Well,
be careful. The Jag.
Yeah.
You may not want. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm muting. But she's no, like I said, I've been looking through her channel and there's been some really interesting stuff going on. But I think this is like her own music. She's she's like I said, kind of interesting. Let me get out of here.
And side note, let me show the people something real quick, because when you do actually pull up on a neighborhood like this, you see that street sign, right? Can y'all see that? You're not just pulling in and not being noticed. Those are two cameras on the on the light on the street, the light pole. So
she's a special kind of girl.
So what's the story? You know, you're talking about her social media and stuff like that, but just so that people would have an understanding. I know the reports are out there, and we're not going against what the official story is, that this young lady brought an AR and took it to the resident of where Rihanna lives, and started pounding.
Look, let me just snatch this down for a second. I mean, that's why I'm trying to be a little careful about how we broach this conversation, because she's got a history. Like she has a history. Like she's got very troubling background, actually. Well, I won't say very troubling, but definitely troubling. There's a couple of images that I was able to grab and pick up. Like, these are her mugshots. She's got a few of them. They had this array up online. They got this up pretty quick when they were finally ready to release her name. Top of the morning.
Yeah, because up until last night, I didn't find anything. Yeah, it
No,
happened. Yeah, about 6, 7,
not
8,
at all.
9 a.m. Yeah.
By 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I guess after she booked in, that's when they started releasing her. And then I found, you know, some, and there's multiple content creators that are jumping through this, but yeah, she was arrested in Orange County, violation of domestic injunction, first degree misdemeanors. Like she got arrested a couple of years ago when she was 33. She's 35 now. Then I think there's another one here that I bumped into. Oh no, this is the lawsuit. This is Ivanna Lisette Ortiz versus Live Nation Worldwide, and we need to grab this. We got to get on Pacer and we got to grab the pages of this because I think this is something that we should go through. This might give us a better idea on how her mind is operating, how it's working, because she on some other stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like the way that the songs that she's singing and the stuff, like, yeah, she's got a video of her singing something about "Will you love me?" Something. I don't know. I I'm trying to understand her. I just don't understand how all of this gets her from Florida to California in a Tesla with,
Yeah.
with a machine pow with an AR, and she's busting off shots into a house. But she actually put up a post a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to get ready to grab that. So where are we in our
Location wise, I found the street of all. I literally just said, of course, I always pray God, God guide my steps. I always say that. And boom, I'm here. So I'm gonna get out, and the streets is blocked off. I found the street. Now I'm not gonna say the street name, but the street is definitely blocked off. I'm about to get out and just kind of do my Wolf Burgundy on scene hip hop news report. So yeah, I figured it was on this street, but the reported street, obviously that's where I was at. That wasn't the place, but the place is where I was pointing at, where not news, what do you call them?
The helicopter.
Where helicopters were hovering over. So yeah, and like I said, I'm not gonna say the street. I'm just gonna pull up. That's all I'm gonna do. But yeah, you always pray, God guide your steps, and she shall answer. All right, so I'm here. I'm at the location.
Okay, cool. The first thing that I really want to know is this. We can see that you are able to just drive up into this neighborhood, but from what I hear, there's a couple other celebrities that live in this neighborhood as well. I think
Like
Mariah Carey has a house over there. Madonna has a house over there. Like there's a few people. I'm not sure if Paul McCartney has a house there, but like there's a few people that live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it tripped me out because when I went to her page, like if you look at her YouTube videos, hold on a second, there's like this whole little, I don't know if it's a hit list or what.
Oh yeah, she had a bunch of celebrity names
like,
that she yeah, I heard about that.
Hold on a second. Like
right.
She's got, hold on, here it is. Yeah, also canceled. And this was 2 months ago.
Here we are.
at
See
all.
what it is. Like I said, streets is blocked off. Y'all can see. I doubt if the officers will say anything. Yeah, we're live on location, you guys. Yeah, okay, yeah, that looks more like the house up there, but that's not the house. I'm gonna jaywalk in front of the police.
Sweetheart, it's 10.2 million. Don't forget the two.
Oh, yeah, that too matters.
Yeah, it definitely matters.
That too matters.
If they let her get surety, because you're gonna need that 1.2 million. They're not just gonna let it slide with $1 million. I was going to talk about that because when I first heard about this, I had also been wondering when people were going to talk about the fact that they were saying, and not just the perfume brand, but also some of the Fenty makeup allegedly is creating infertility in women who use it regularly. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of stuff going on. LVMH pulling out. Rihanna's supposed to be going back on tour allegedly, which she'll be touring through Live Nation, which this girl has a lawsuit with, which is why I said we need to. Oh, honey, I know it's wild. I know it's wild. I know it's wild. Like when I started reading up on that, I'm like, why is nobody talking about that? Because guess what? If I was LVMH and I was one of the largest, yeah, I heard the same thing. They are taking it off the shelves all over Europe. And they're keeping it quiet. They're keeping it quiet. Like it's really, really, really not coming to the fore. And I was like, could this be a woman that was a fan that was using her products? But like I said, we don't know anything. The only thing we can do is just research the woman right now. And I know that's why we got to get our hands on that lawsuit. We got to see if it's in Pacer somewhere, and we got to review it because I think that might give us some information. But hold on, this is
Jag.
Yeah.
I have a neighbor here. His name is James. He lives down the street. He said he saw and heard some stuff, and he's willing to get on camera and talk. So if you want to ask him a few questions,
sure. Let's have that conversation.
Okay. If you don't mind, you want to put. Let me see. Yeah. Put that in your ear real quick. Just that. Can you hear it? Just ask if you can hear.
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear music.
Okay. Yeah.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. My name is Jaguar Wright, and you're there with my producer and my co-host, Wolfgang Amadeus. We have a YouTube channel. We're live right now, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of how some of this happened. Like, what's your neighborhood like? Has this ever happened?
It's just generally a really quiet neighborhood. We have a lot of celebrity people. We have, just a different mix of people here, really. And it's generally quiet. Rihanna's probably the most popular person here in our neighborhood.
Okay.
Definitely the most popular person here. So, but yeah, this is a sober living, and we're here all day, every day, doing our thing. And yesterday afternoon, early afternoon, we heard the shots as we get ready to pull out of the driveway. And as we heard them, we kind of decided to stay back. And then we saw the Tesla pull out, head south, and just like, wow. And then the police showed up like crazy.
So you actually you saw her get away.
Yeah, well, we saw her as we were walking back in the house, and she came down off the Heather Road. We live right on the corner of Heather and Coldwater Canyon. She's up about 2 houses up on the left, and we saw the Tesla coming down. It's like, yeah, it's time to go ahead and get on side. We heard. I felt it was like about 7 or 8 shots. That who's counting when somebody's firing a gun?
Especially in your neighborhood where it's quiet and you're not used to hearing anything.
We've never heard anything like that in this neighborhood. I mean, it's been, last time we had helicopters in this neighborhood was New Year's 2 years ago, and that was for the canyon towards the outpost area. So, yeah, it's shocking, it's kind of, and there's usually, we usually got some kind of paparazzi or something around here, waiting for her to pop out with her baby or something.
Right.
But this is pretty insane, after, and I get it, after gunshots being fired.
Would you say that her location where her house is pretty much just generally known to everyone? Like, is it?
Yeah, you could Google her name and it'll give you her address. You know, I mean, it's just
Huh.
that's like we get new clients here in the sober living, and we say, Rihanna lives up the street, or Madonna lives down there, or so and so lives here. There, anybody could just Google it and find out. And so I mean, that's not the safest environment for her, I guess. As popular as she is, and private as she is. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is kind of the big shock.
Now, this is another question that I had for you because it's been rumored that she usually has her security team there with her around, the property.
When she
No?
leaves, you can tell that she's leaving with a security team. But her house is, it's pretty fortified. I mean, getting up to her gate's not like you can knock on her door. That's for sure.
Right. So does it seem to make sense that the girl would pull up with a machine, rifle
None of
and
it, none of it makes sense. To me, it's like, I feel like honestly, she had some kind of bone to pick with Rihanna or something. To know where she lived, drive up there with an assault rifle, and they go firing off at her house like that. I mean, that was just crazy. But there used to be a sign up on Rihanna's yard that said, my dogs can make it to the fence in 0.2 seconds. Can you?" So I mean, she's generally guarded. She has security on property, and she's a very private lady. We've glimpsed her a few times, but that's the upside of it.
Hmm. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us. How would you say that the police are handling this? Do you think that they're doing a good job securing the neighborhood? And
I mean, as best as they possibly can, considering the neighborhood. This is a real upscale neighborhood. They're not letting anybody up the street.
yeah,
They're protecting her privacy. It's a madhouse down here right now on Heather Road on this side, but that's to be expected. So I mean, I feel like
yeah,
that they've done a good job. They got the person, and that's the most important part. The person that did it is in custody, and everybody's feeling a lot safer around here. So yeah, I think they're doing all right.
well, good. I'm glad that nobody got hurt. I'm glad that she didn't, decide to make a random getaway into somebody else's property. And it's so bizarre, like all of it. And we're doing research on her, and the stuff that I'm finding online, like there's something off there, but it's
There's
weird.
definitely something that doesn't make sense, considering the neighborhood, considering, as private as she is, I mean, the first thing that, some of the neighborhood people here we talked about when we communicated was, this had to have been like a very personal thing, because you don't just roll up to somebody's house, start firing shots, and there's kids there and everything. I mean, were you
Yeah.
thinking mental illness or something real personal?
Well, it's looking that way from what we're seeing. So thank you for taking the time to talk with
Absolutely.
us. And I I I don't want to blow up your spot. We know that you're there in the neighborhood, and we're not trying to get
That's all right.
any extra fans. But James, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And
Absolutely. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
you too.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate you. All right, y'all. Yeah. Shout out to James for he was here, so can't nobody
And he said
say
he lives in a sober living house.
yeah. That was I
That
wasn't going to reveal that, but
no, well, no, I mean that's what he said. But my thing is that's very interesting because what that says is that this, because typically, you know, a sober living house in those kind of in that kind of neighborhood, like it's there because they're trying to make sure that people are protected and safe, and like it.
well, if you
Wow.
want to buy some dope, you're gonna have to walk 6.7 miles to Hollywood Boulevard going south. So
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a liquor store ain't even nowhere near here. So yeah, but yeah. Somebody put in the chat where do you live? The guy like don't worry about where he lives.
he,
But
he,
yeah, I'm about to.
he lives where he lives.
He lives in his skin. That's where he
Oh
lives.
my goodness. Well,
Yeah,
wow.
people are nuts. But nah, I'm glad he was able to at least talk to you. I just kind of just got in his ear a little bit and like, hey, what's up? Because he was hanging out and he's just seeing. He thought it was like a madhouse out here.
No,
In
but
fact, let me
that's
put the
my
camera back
thing.
on.
They were there in the neighborhood. Everything was going fine. Everything was going normal. So it's
Right.
not like she pulled up in a huff. Like she she just rolled up
Yeah.
and it didn't
It's
look.
a it's a relatively very small street, quiet street. It's nothing. It's not a major thoroughfare. In fact, the street on the west end, there's a huge mountain that prevent the street only goes maybe a couple hundred feet. That's it. So yeah, yeah, but yeah. I'm right here. I'm not gonna spend too much time here, but I'm definitely glad we got the neighbor's testimony or just his
No, but he said he heard 7 or 8 shots and then boom.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they heard her just get away. Just
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
like that's
yeah,
wild
yeah.
in that neighborhood.
I know this isn't like even if it's like further down south, you would expect more, movement and stuff like that over here, but no, nothing's going on. Nothing's going on up here like that. So this is crazy. This is wild.
So let's understand this. Everyone knows where she lives. So she could have found out whether or not she Googled it or whether or
Yeah,
not, what I mean, she got in the neighborhood and said, hey, where's Rihanna's house? I'm looking, I want to see the house of the stars, whatever. Like she could have gotten this information anywhere. So see, that to me kind of trips me out.
yeah, yeah.
That kind
This
of
isn't
they could just pull up.
this isn't as secluded. Like I would think that like if you're like Beverly, the Trousdale Estates or the Homey Hills, even the mayor lives there. Yeah, yeah.
You don't
This
ever
isn't
hear
as
about this
that's
kind of
secluded.
stuff happening in Calabasas.
No, no, no. They got their little private security there. So
Yeah, they do. For the
I don't. I
whole
didn't want to. I didn't
neighborhood.
want to dock that car. They let that car through. Officer Allen let the car through.
Huh.
Shout out to LAPD. They are on the job doing their thing.
So I guess they're just watching,
Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah,
See, that's the
okay.
thing. The shots landed, but we don't know where exactly they landed in the house, and that's why I'm like, it's kind of bizarre. Now, whether or not ASAP, Rocky, and the kids were there, who knows? Because, like I said, I've seen multiple reports where they said that they were there, then they said that they weren't there. We're not going to get that information from law enforcement, and nobody's going to bother to try to correct or corroborate anything. I guess if Rihanna and ASAP Rocky ever decide to, give a statement, we'll know more then. But I'm just trying to figure out how she actually thought she was gonna pull this off. Was she doing it because she was actually trying to take her out, or was she doing it just because she wanted to scare the crap out of her?
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Very bizarre. There's a lawsuit with her allegedly or supposedly her name attached to it. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you want to go there yet, but I think I've done it. I mean, if you want me to hang around, I can. But it's just mainly news reporters, and it was just a neighbor. But I can
I
hang out
see.
if need be.
No, I mean,
But it's kind of
I think we, I think we know that we need to see there. I mean, everyone got a chance to, you know, get a grasp of what's going on. Because right now the question is who, what, and why did this girl decide to go to this house, to this neighborhood What do you mean you wonder how? She was in Florida. She came from Florida, Kiki James. I tell you what I do know. In the South, it's really easy to get your hands on weapons. It's easy. Listen to me. I think she needs to move too, just like she needed to move when she left Sunset Hills. Let's not forget, this is not the first time Rihanna has had, an insane fan or stalker run up in her house when she was living in Sunset Hills. That guy broke into her house while she was on the road and was sitting in there camped out waiting for her to come home.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he got a stay away order. But this is, I actually grabbed that post of hers, this bizarre post that she had. This was on her Facebook, and put at Bad Girl Riri. Are you there? Because I was waiting for your A to the I to the D to the S 5 head self to say something to me directly instead of sneaking around like you talking to me where I'm not at. Like
Mm.
and this was just a couple of weeks ago.
Mm.
This was just a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
And as you can see, if you look here, like the Bad Girl Riri, she's added her, she's tagged her, but it's not blue. Usually when you add someone, it goes blue. Which means she's blocked. Or am I tripping? Because if this tag was tagged by somebody that wasn't blocked, it would show up blue, wouldn't it? So this is the thing. She's already blocked. That means they already know that this chick is a problem. And with all of the AI this and the AI that, and the way people's chats are monitored and all of that stuff, you're telling me nobody bothered to, I don't know.
I'm sure she was watched. I'll just say it like that. Because they have a system in place to kind of know like who's who, especially these people that are online. A lot of these people that run around here thinking they're anonymous and they're online. It's funny, we were watching that one about, the Netflix show about the doxers, right?
Yeah.
And these people really, these people really think that they are unknown, untouchable. They can't be caught. They can't be seen. They can't be touched. No, not the way technology is ran now. Like so if you do some type of post or you do something like you'll pretty much be on some type of list and you'll be kind of monitored. So this person had a hit list of other celebrities, correct?
Well, hold on a second. Let me pull that up right now.
Yeah. I'm driving back. I'm moving through the poor parts of Beverly Hills. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So she has this video that she put up of a list of people talking about also canceled, and this was 2 months ago. So this was in January before she wrote that post to Rihanna, and Rihanna's not on this list. But as you can see, she has Kimberly Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, Mariah Carey, and Ariana Grande. So many dead woes.
Hmm.
Like, I don't, she seems to take some kind of interest in, like, one of the videos where I was watching her. She just kept talking about how the devil was trying to get to her, and then actually, you know what? Because she doesn't have music in these other
Pull
videos,
it
so
up.
like,
Yeah, pull it
yeah,
up.
let me. This is day 59 of her praying woman's journal. Like, she made it to 60 days. Here we go. Ivanna, in her own words.
As much as I want this to be a performance, it's not. If this was a performance, I wouldn't show up. Why? Because there's crap everywhere and there's so much opposition. That's why there's a lot of stuff that I'm not doing, because I don't want to continue to be fighting, to continue to be going and trying to do something, and then there's opposition. I don't care. I've persevered my whole life and I've been successful my whole life, and I'm just going to wait on the Lord and wait on his peace. Now, honestly, if this wasn't all about God, what is this? This is day 59 in the Praying Woman's Journal. And if I wasn't doing this for God or for myself and for God, I wouldn't be doing this right now. But you know what? Having God isn't something that I can have my way. So of course, I want to come in here and I want to be with the Father. And I do. And that's why I'm here. It's my desire that gets me here, regardless of how it looks or how it feels. And there's opposition there. I don't like how I feel. I really do want to come in here and be like, yes, let's go. But you know, the whole purpose of this is to give God my day, is to say, God, I designate my day to you. I designate time for prayer, and will you bless me, God? And I do that every day. But I don't like how Satan is trying to sneak in here and make this into something else. What is he trying to make this into? He's actually, the thing that it's not supposed to be is like, okay, this is my day. I don't wake up to be like, okay, I'm going to record the Praying Women's Journal at 3:00 every day. Because now the enemy has tried to make it difficult to come and do this. But you know what? He can try to make it difficult, uncomfortable, but he's not going to take it away. I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to walk into the throne room boldly, even if the enemy is trying to push me on the shoulder. I don't care. I am walking into the throne room boldly every single morning, and I'm talking to God. Jesus rebuked the devil. Jesus rebuked the devil. Jesus rebuked the devil.
See, okay, I gotta pause her right here for a second. Because this is the issue that I have with a lot of these, like, strongly, like, religious zealots. You know what I mean? Like, for people like us who truly believe, they make people that believe look crazy. Because, like, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? Does anybody else understand what she's saying? Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Sounds like a bunch of religious psychobabble, if you really ask me. I don't want to sound
harsh,
judgy. I just don't want to sound judgy, but hey.
Well, you know
what? It is what it is.
Maybe we spoke a little bit too fast. Let's listen to a little more of what she has to say.
Let's continue.
Maybe she gets somewhere.
This is not funny. There's literally spirits, I think, of the dead that literally just want to float around here, and it's really annoying. And why do they do it? Because I see them. And why do they keep doing it even though they're rebuked? Because they want attention. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore them and every action they take. And if I'm silent for a pause of 10 seconds or more, just know that I'm giving them no attention, and I am waiting on the Lord patiently to make a shift in the room. So today is day 59, and this is our recording for January 24th. Day 59, our recording for January 24th. This is the word that God has for us. Oh my goodness, really? We're going back into 1 John 3. God knew this was an amazing verse, an amazing chapter when he put it in here. I literally put a white heart because it's just so amazing next to the title on the Praying Woman's Journal video that I uploaded 2 days ago for day 57. So that was really amazing. That's a 1.5 hour video. And now we have day 59 here.
Oh, wow.
For January 24th. And this is 1 John 3:18. Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our...
Okay, I'm going to take a break.
Please, Jesus Christ. Because can y'all see where I'm at?
Hold on a second. Let me make some room. Where is that?
Because I wanted you. Well, you can see the building, right? This is the Live Nation building. I wanted you to really get into that. That's kind of. I mean, well, get into what you want to get into, but that's why I pulled up.
How far is that from?
About a mile or so. It's not far.
So the Live Nation building is
not far
right,
from. No.
right down the street.
It's not right there. Well, you know what's right here? The
What?
Beverly Hills Police Department, right here. That's the Beverly Hills Police Department. So everyone in LA knows that. Well, I ain't gonna say knows, but you see this organization that I'm pointing at right here. It's very close to the downtown Civic Center of Beverly Hills, and right behind the Beverly Hills Police Department. So yeah, everyone knows that in LA. So yeah.
Is that south from where Rihanna's house is?
Yeah,
Because
south.
they said that she headed out south.
I know.
So she
But like I said,
is it possible that
if
she
you
went
go
right by
south-
there when she was on her way?
nah, probably not. I'm gonna look at the timeline and see if she ended up at Sherman Oaks. Yeah, she went south and then maybe banked right, got on the 405 freeway and went back north. That's probably what happened. But anyway, go ahead. You see this fool?
See, this is the thing. A lot of people have a lot of different, speculations about this, because let's just be clear. All of this seems strange. It seems random. It seems nuts. And we had a comment that came up earlier and said, I said the same, but the timing is off with that. Jay-Z and Beyonce set this up. Trust me. So
We don't have confirmation of that. Let's not even go there.
no,
But look,
let's-
just because people think if you think I'm capping, who's across the street? Y'all saw the company that I just now. Who's across the street? What sign do you see? Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
The only reason that I wanted to bring it up is because there's a lot of videos that have been being circulated around right now, and there's a lot of people that feel this way. A lot of people feel this way. And that's the only reason that I'm bringing it up, because I don't want to make it seem like we're ignoring it. But a lot of people feel this way. And there's reason to feel this way.
Yeah, there is.
We've been talking about all of the distractions that have been going on, in the midst of the Epstein files. Got being mentioned. What was it? Just a week ago, we saw this. And this picture, unlike the other one they were floating around, is not AI. This is real. This actually came from Umar's Instagram account. And now, whereas they were saying that he had taken his own life, his family has now come forward and saying, no, he didn't do that. That's not what happened. They're saying foul play. Next thing you know, Britney Spears is being arrested. And that's kind of crazy because we've been talking, right? We've been talking, we've been having conversations about how we feel like they're framing it up and setting it all up. But for them to get on TMZ, no less, which have ran through Britney Spears' name like it makes absolutely no sense. Here we go. Oh, yeah, versus the state. Like I said, she has a very, very, very complicated criminal background. She sure does. And that's why I said we need to, before we start calling anything and jumping in anything, we need to see what that lawsuit is all about.
Well, someone just put Ortiz versus the state of Florida, or is it the state of Florida versus her? Like, you come on, y'all got, come on. We can't. See, the thing is you can say what you want to say. Okay, all right, so that's a different situation. But go ahead, continue.
Listen to me. The truth is stranger than fiction. It is. But back to what I was trying to say. Where was I? Oh, yeah. You've got TMZ lying on Britney Spears, saying that she got a DUI because she was driving drunk. She was swerving all over the road in multiple lanes. And then they said that they found drugs in her system, implying that she was drunk and she was high. What they're not telling the public is that the drugs that they found in her system was Adderall, which is a prescription medicine. And then what they're also not telling people is that she blew in the breathalyzer test below the legal drunk limit. I think it was a 0.6, and I think, what is it, 0.7 to be considered
0.7 or 0.8. Yeah, 0.7 or 0.8. Yeah.
She blew a 0.6. So once again, why was she arrested for a DUI and she passed the sobriety test? And when you think about a few months ago, when the Daily Mail was here following her all over the place while she was swerving or whatever, and she made that wild turn in the road and people were talking about it, there was no police action involved there. But now they're saying there's police action involved here, but they're not showing any of the footage from her driving crazy. We're supposed to believe nobody was following her. We're supposed to believe nobody was around. But all of this is also happening at the same time when she's coming up in the Epstein files. There's a bunch of nefarious stuff that's popping off there. 0.8. Okay. There's a bunch of nefarious.
Yeah, 0.8.
There's a bunch of nefarious stuff popping off with that. And apparently there was a painting that was retrieved from Epstein's estate of a young woman in a bed, a blonde woman in a bed, and it looks auspiciously like Britney Spears.
All this and Harvey is in them files. Still in them files.
Still in those files. I thought he couldn't talk about anything other than Nancy Guthrie. Now all of a sudden he's back lying on Britney Spears. So when it comes to this woman, I think everyone is looking at how random it is, the timing of it all. Like this is all very, very, very triggering. Because why now? What made her drive?
Why now?
All the way, like now, like that's the thing that bothers me the most about this whole situation. Wait a minute, you said she's a plaintiff in the lawsuit against Live Nation? Because that we know. I know she sued Live Nation, or you're saying there's another lawsuit with her suing Florida? Because if so, we got to get into that. We got to get into that. And I think we're gonna walk this out piece by piece by piece. But what I'm not gonna do is jump into anything, because what I want to know is why. What the hell made her drive all the way across the country? She's got this weirdo hit list. She's got all of this strange stuff on social media. She's had a YouTube channel for what? Since 2008. what, almost 20 years? She's had this YouTube channel for 20 years, and now all of a sudden, the past 3 months, she just started dropping videos. Okay, we got somebody that's pulling something. Defendants, Live Nation, Worldwide Inc., City of Orlando. Oh, so you're, oh, okay, yeah. That's it. That's why they were saying that, because she's also suing the city as well as Live Nation.
Okay, got it.
That's why I said we gotta get, and she's suing the police. And I'm just like, you got a lawsuit like this, and then all of a sudden you driving across the country and you just wilding out. I'll tell you one thing right now, that lawsuit ain't worth shit now. That lawsuit is going to be inevitably paused for a hot second while she's going through her criminal case.
Yeah.
But as fragile as she looks, it don't look like it would be hard for somebody to wind her ass up and send her on a dummy mission.
See, so why do you think I'm here in front of Live Nation? Because I wanted to really get into that. I thought I would have those files by now, but I wanted to get into that. I find this suspicious, and sometimes, you just got to pay attention to the obvious. I'm not going to run around here and say, oh, this person, these companies did this to her, and it's all no. I mean, like I said, critical thinking, y'all. Critical thinking. I think that's what we need to really,
Yeah, but that's the thing. When you look at her social media, instantly it's enough to make people be like, "Oh, she's crazy." And
right.
They don't care about anything else. Throw the book at her. She know Rihanna got kids. Those kids could have been in the house, and then people are all up in arms about it, and nobody's interested in how we got to this juncture. And for the neighbor, for us to be sitting here talking to the neighbor, and for the neighbor to say it's bizarre. Like it does, he was like, everybody knows Rihanna lives there. He was like, and then he saw, and they saw her pull off. She just pulled off. She just rolled up, bust shots at the crib from the street through the gate, and then just drove off and went to the mall. Now that's interesting. Somebody asked, do we think it's MK Ultra?
Wasn't I just talking about that? I don't want to get into all that either. We can get all into that on a Patreon. I'll do that on Wednesday. But
we can talk about that on Patreon. But do you?
I'm not going to talk about certain stuff in public anymore, because you know how it is. But go ahead. What you say?
No. Do you remember the case with that guy? That the guy who poked up the person on the train, wasn't it? Liz was talking about it. And it was like he didn't know why he did it, but he had no choice, but he had to do it.
He said that, yeah, he said some voices. Now, there's a real thing called V2K. Y'all look that up. Like I said, we could talk more about that on Patreon, but I'm not look, y'all ain't finna get me, number one, you ain't gonna get me started, but you ain't gonna get me canceled either, because I'll break some down. Here I am in front of Live Nation again. I just want to Live Nation building.
She lives hella close. The police
well,
are right
this
there.
is technically right in the middle of the TMZ, if you really want to, speak on it. When we talk about the TMZ, that means the 30-mile zone. And you're pretty much 30 miles within most of the major studios. Paramount, Warner, CBS is down the street. Yeah. So right here is a place where, a lot of business gets handled. And there was a government, I believe it's still going on. Let me check if it's active. There was a government situation that was going on with Live Nation. And that's why I wanted to get into this situation too, because of this Ivanna Ortiz person. And all of a sudden Live Nation reaching a settlement with the Department of Justice with the
That part.
in an antitrust case. But go ahead, because this is actually just hitting. Like today, they're talking about this settlement over an illegal monopoly case dealing with Live Nation.
Meanwhile, she's suing Live Nation, and now she's in jail, being
Yeah.
held on $10.2 million bond for a crime that she's committed that makes absolutely no sense.
So we got to see if her name is connected to any of the because they said there are about 24 states they plan to keep fighting this antitrust lawsuit against Ticketmaster, and that's the parent company of Live Nation. And yeah, they said it was there was an illegal monopoly over live events in America.
Yeah.
But you still got 24 states that are gonna continue to keep going with this lawsuit. But yeah, Manhattan Federal Court, you had a bunch of testimony last week before a jury on this antitrust trial, and various state attorney generals issued statements criticizing this agreement. So there's a whole new agreement. We can talk more about this later, but it's kind of like a distraction too. Now, Live Nation is. I want to get into it more in depth, but it seems like they kind of was like, oh yeah, well, we were guilty, or we were. Now I ain't gonna say they were saying we were guilty, but they definitely settled. If you're settling, almost like with this, that the other case that was dealing with that actress and that comedian and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You kind of. I ain't saying you're admitting guilt, but y'all know what it is.
This way, if you decide that you want to settle, it's because you don't want something to come out in open court. That's like taking a plea deal for a crime that you didn't commit and pleading guilty to a lesser charge. If you know that you're innocent, you're not going to plead guilty to anything. I promise you that. I got tricked one time. And guess what? Never again. And every other time that they tried to put something on me, every time I made it to court in front of a judge, my charges were dismissed. You don't plead guilty to a crime you did not commit.
Yeah, so, and you guys know when things happen in the media, when things are going on with certain big companies like Live Nation, Ticketmaster, it's a very big company. And, something happens with a celebrity, I think a lot of people will gravitate more towards what's going on with the celebrity versus what's going on with, okay, well, this company may have did something illegal and they may have breached it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. I think more people are going to look at this and kind of, it's going to be an oversight for this situation that's going on with Live Nation. So,
it's funny. There's somebody sitting in the chat talking about she doesn't sound like Jaguar Wright. I am Jaguar Wright. I am. It's me. It's just me sounding a little bit different because I don't smoke, I don't drink, and my voice has gotten lighter. It's not as heavy as it used to be, but it's me. Don't be cute. Trust me, you can ask anybody else here, ask any of the moderators. It's me. They think they cute. So, anywho's, and back to the topic.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anytime stuff like this starts popping up and these like crazy things are happening, meanwhile there's a bunch of stuff going on in the backdrop, we gotta ask, like, what's this really all about? Now, what I will say is that she drove up there, she had the weapon, she pulled the trigger. There's nothing anybody can say. She's guilty as fuck. She's guilty as fuck. Period. Like,
y'all say she guilty. She did that shit.
I don't know how they're gonna get around saying that she's not. It's all really gonna come down to culpability. Why did she do this? Why did she do this? That's all that matters right now. We know that she did it. Look, she can't walk this back. Like this post, she can't walk that back. Unless they can prove that somebody hacked her account and they can come up with evidence and say that, hey, she didn't do this, she can't walk this back. This whole bad girl Riri thing not being lit up in blue, she can't walk that back. Like, she was blocked. It's really all about the why right now. That's really what it's all about. I don't know if somebody hacked her brain or if somebody just sent her out on a dummy mission. And okay, somebody's looking here. She filed a lawsuit in October 13, 2025. That's recent. All of this stuff is recent. Like, if you got a lawsuit against these people, why would you literally go to the house of one of the biggest artists that they have on their roster
and crash out?
And crash out.
That's the question. I'm still trying to put two and two together. Like, I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from and why I went to Live Nation and said that, and then we got this tie to her, and then now we got this Rihanna thing. Like, why would she do such a thing when, you know, a normal sane person would just let the legal system do what it do, and just, you know, you wait for the outcome.
I tell you one thing, all of that religious stuff, all of that, these crazy doing online, that hit list that she got up there online. Like, listen to me. They're gonna have a field day with this channel, with this YouTube channel. And mind you, the lawsuit was filed, what, October, she said. October 2025. Okay, it's March right now, so
it's 5 months ago.
5 months ago, she started the channel. She started posting videos on the shit. She did the 60-day praying woman's journey. Yeah, there are things going on with the Fenty projects, the Fenty products. Allegedly, a good share of the cosmetics products, and some people are even saying the perfume that's involved in the brand is creating infertility in women. You know what I mean? So I have no idea. I have no idea. Listen to me. I know. And guess what? Crazy people, or people that look crazy, are the easiest people to dismiss. They are the easiest people in the world to dismiss. Trust me, I can tell you from personal experience, people have taken I'm sorry. Who's putting out false information? Ain't nobody putting out no false information here. But if you feel that way, you can get the fuck on. Does that sound like Jaguar enough for you? Get the fuck on. Ain't nobody putting out no false fucking information. Ain't nobody said nothing crazy. What we are.
Now, who said that? Hold on.
Whoever it was that I just banned.
Oh, okay, good. I was about to get him.
Oh no, I got him.
Okay. All right.
No, but I know what it's like to be a person who becomes very passionate about things that are bothering you or bothering the community, or being forced to look past injustice, knowing that, you know, people are just going to keep letting things happen over and over and over again. Like, if you go and you look at some of my old Instagram posts that people have jacked and taken, I mean, it's easy to take a clip of something and then just make it look like it's something crazy when there was a whole conversation that had leading up to that moment. Like, her social media is enough to damn her to hell.
And that's the thing. They know a lot of people get on social media and they get emotional. You should not react emotionally to anything, especially on a public platform. because it can and will be used against you to make you look a certain way. So they done already, they ain't have to build a case. They already got, hey.
They don't even have to work hard. I guarantee you that when it comes time for her arraignment, if she doesn't have a lawyer and she is a public defender, they are going to be asking for a psych eval.
Of course.
I already see that coming. They're definitely going to be asking for a psych eval to see whether or not she's competent enough to stay in trial. That's definitely happening. There's no way of getting around it.
Yep.
The question is what are the findings going to be? I'm just... Man. And salute to Angie Stone as we pass the first anniversary of us. Yeah. We need to get into that lawsuit. Need to get to the bottom of that lawsuit, because I got a feeling that whatever is in that lawsuit is probably going to help us understand a little bit better how we got here. I just got that feeling, because it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. That's the thing. This makes no sense at all. Even with all of her ranting and even with all her crazy, whatever the case may be online, it still don't make no sense. And it's wild because I'm watching a lot of Rock Nation stands and Jay-Z and Beyonce stands running around and going from first anniversary. You couldn't hear. This is the first anniversary of the passing of Angie Stone. It was just a year ago when she passed away, and not in that vehicle, because we found out she didn't pass out in that vehicle. Can't really say where she passed out. Still haven't gotten to the bottom of any of it. It's funny, they had a whole sector, a bunch of people that was pretending like they gave a damn about what happened to her. And still don't nobody know the truth. But it's been 1 year. Long live Angie Stone. May she rest in God's arms. It's been a year already. It's been a year. Yes, they released Angie's autopsy and they covered it right up as soon as they did. Now it's looking like her children are about to lose the house. They're forced to sell the house. They can't keep the house. There's a lot of stuff going on. Listen to me. Do not eat the gumbo. I couldn't agree with you more. But this is why we got to do what we got to do. So we're not going to sit up here and we're not going to say that we know exactly what happened or who's behind it. But what we are going to do is we're going to keep abreast of this, because for Rihanna's company to be going through the problems that it's going through, for this girl to be suing Live Nation and the state and all of this, and I think and the police, for all of these young celebrities who came up around the same time Rihanna came up, one by one being mentioned in the Epstein files. Justin Bieber, Britain. Number one, I'm going to say, as far as I'm concerned, Rihanna has been to Epstein Island. I do believe that.
Okay.
Her relationship.
Jag.
What?
Jag. Let's do this.
I said in my
You
opinion.
can continue to say. No. I know. No, I'm not trying to edit you or nothing. I was just going to say, continue to what you were about to say about her relationship. But
her relationship.
I was just going to say, no, listen.
Naomi Campbell.
No, I know, because I'm going to let it go when I get back on that Patreon, because you already know. I'm already connecting some dots. But boom, Naomi Campbell. That's why I said I'm not editing you. You can say, I know what it is. But where I'm gonna go with it, oh man, man, it's crazy.
No, seriously, like I don't know why don't nobody want to believe that these files are the files that are rocking this nation. Like all of the stuff that we seeing going on, like all of the crazy stuff popping off here and popping off there, all of this stuff, in my opinion, is happening. So don't nobody pay attention to these files, because the truth is these files pretty much will condemn everyone of notable celebrity of stature. They're quiet, sweetheart. They're quiet about everybody. They're quiet about everybody. My thing is how long have I been saying they've been taking girls, shooting music videos, doing all kinds of stuff on private islands? How long have I been saying that? People talking about, oh, you crazy, you crazy, you crazy. Oh, yeah, these files are rocking Rock Nation. They're rocking our nation. Forget Rock Nation, our nation. When they vote to do the Epstein Transparency Act, and then they start releasing stuff, and then when people start going through the stuff, that's why they put out 3 million files. That's why they put out 3 million different documents, because they were hoping that people would just get tired and stop going through it. They weren't expecting all of the bloodhounds that we got out here on the internet to keep going through stuff and going through stuff and going through stuff. And guess what? Now they're redacting stuff. They're deleting stuff. They've already deleted 65,000 pieces. Why? Like, the simple fact that they're sitting there, that you got all of these. Oh my God. They literally just did a freaking vote. They just did a freaking vote. And they voted to not release nothing else. Why? Just like they're not talking about David. Nobody's really talking about David. And nobody's talking about the fact that his family knew exactly what he had going on. And nobody's talking about his management or his label. Dollars to donuts. I give you 90%. I give you 90% of the industry, in my opinion, in those files. Hold on, wait a minute. Did somebody say, what? Did I see what I thought I saw?
What you saw?
I thought somebody came in, but they deleted it real fast. Did I? Yeah, I believe that they were liars and plants. And I believe that they were working for Diddy. Lamisha busy still trying to insert herself in other people's lawsuits as well as a witness. Somebody else. Who is David? D4VD, the artist, to which they found his 14-year-old girlfriend while he's 20, with a 14-year-old girlfriend cut up in pieces and dumped in his car while he went on tour. Straight Diddy Bop. Straight Diddy Bopping. Yeah. So all right, guys, if you want us to keep taking this journey and, you know, doing a little bit more of this, you know, getting to the bottom of what's really going on, listen to me. ASAP Rocky has been alleged. They all have been alleged to give up on something. To give up
Someone, hold on. Someone asked, what is Patreon? Just go to patreon.com/Jaguar Wright. See, we're kind of limited on what we can really say on YouTube. I edit myself, but on YouTube, on Patreon, I think both of us, we let it go. So yeah, you become a member. We go live over there every so often. You could catch us. So
as of late, we've been over there on Sundays and Wednesdays where we can have our unfiltered conversations. We do have a free option, but for those who want to be able to re-engage in the content, outside of broadcasting, you will need a membership for that. But other than that, if you want to just come and be a part of the conversation, if you catch us while we're there, you can come in for free. You can. Yeah, I think we need to, I don't know, put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to keep this conversation going and get to the bottom, see if we can figure out the why.
Well, I think our Patreons that get on over there, they're gonna want to know. That's why I said Wednesday we'll let it go, because I'm gonna see if I can get some of these documents with the lawsuits with this young lady. I'm sure by then her arraignment would have, well, she's already been arraigned, right?
I don't know if
she couldn't have been. Yet. She couldn't have been. No. I don't think so. It's gonna. I believe
she's being held in. She's probably gonna be held in LA. This isn't.
Yeah, it's LA.
She's going to LA.
It's LA. There's
absolutely no way in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's LA.
All right.
But yeah, we'll let. Yeah, I think, but definitely just get on. I mean, if you're already a Patreon, y'all know what it is. But get on over there, and then we'll really just dive deeper, because you mentioning the Rihanna, the Britney, the Justin, it's the whole dude. You hitting the nail on the head, and
there's a lot.
I just want to interject a few things my damn self. That's all.
The bond's too high. Let me tell you something right now. She running around on some craziness like she in a Prince song. Talking about high on crack, toting them machine guns. She need to sit down. The safest place for her right now, honestly, is in jail. For real, because her being out in the street, a crazy Rihanna fan who loves Rihanna might come after her and try to take her out.
Mm-hmm.
Safest place for her to be right now is in jail.
Can you recap? Can you recap what James was saying? Because I pretty much just gave him the, and then I just wanted you to speak with him. I think that was great, because I just briefly said, "Hey, what's up?" And he's coming out that house. I'm like, "Oh, you right? Yeah, I saw it. I heard it. Oh, okay." I'm talking to, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking. I'll talk to you." Just give the audience a little recap if they weren't here.
Just in case you weren't here earlier, we spoke with one of the neighbors, one of Rihanna's neighbors. He lives there in the neighborhood. He was actually there at the time when the incident happened. They heard the shots. They saw her, this woman here, speed away in the Tesla, in the getaway car. We got to have a candid conversation with him, with one of Rihanna's neighbors who lives there in the neighborhood. So yeah, Replay Gang, you want to get back up on that? If anybody missed that, go back. We had a quick conversation with him. The news, they talk to their people, and Jag Nation, we over here, we talk to our people. So we're going to try to get to the bottom of that. Because right now, her motive there is no motive. Honey, I don't know if she was on crack, but honestly, if she was, that would help her more than not. Am I wrong? Like she's got a $10 million bail. She needs to have everything wrong with her that she possibly can in this point in time. Like it's I don't know. Oh, Rihanna's neighbor, for those who were here, yeah.
Oh, I'm sitting over here laughing when somebody you know what? I muted myself. I find it funny, not funny, haha, but kind of coincidental. Go look at the Saturday Night Live, the news recap that they do with Michael Che and the
What?
I want to put some respect on the name, but I'm gonna just say Scarlett Johansson's husband. They did a bit, and they had what's old boy name? Keenan, right? And the night before the pow-powing, he made fun of Rihanna out of nowhere. I was like,
he did?
Okay. Oh yeah. If you want, you pull if you want to pull it up,
let's pull it up.
It's pull it up where just go to the it should be like a 10-minute video. The one where the recent you know how they do the news is Michael Che
SNL.
and Scarlett Johansson's and it just skip to the part where they have the bit update with and they skip to the part where Keenan's character along with the other guy comes up featuring and you could play it.
It's about 10 minutes. Hold on a
just
second.
skip to the part where Keenan don't play the video, just play the audio.
Okay, well hold on.
Or you know how to overlay, do all that,
Yeah, I do know how to overlay. Hold on a second, because I'm gonna share this tab instead. Okay. I'm not.
Don't play the video.
Okay.
They're gonna get you.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a second. Let me pull up an overlay. All right. Let me put up the overlay. I'm gonna get there.
You're gonna get okay.
Okay. All right. I'm putting up an overlay. I'm putting up an overlay.
Trying to help you out. I ain't trying to do nothing but helping you out.
I ain't doing nothing but
trying to help you out.
Overlay.
YouTube. Well, YouTube be tripping. That's why I say the Patreon, because the Patreon, you know how it is. You can just do what you do and it ain't really tripping.
Okay.
YouTube be tripping. Yeah, you got the overlay. You got it.
Jeez.
Well, thing is you know, I was producing for a guy like Travis Scott, so you already know. And when it comes to this production stuff, we don't want to get, we ain't trying to get beat up. That's all. But go ahead, run it.
I'm trying to look for the part you said when it gets to Keenan. Okay.
Yeah, towards the end.
No, I see it, Keenan. Okay, here we go. The pastor, right? Okay,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Pastor update and his band leader Teddy.
Can everyone hear?
Turn it up.
It is up. It's all the way up.
I want to thank you for having me back here on the weekend update.
Do I need to turn the music down in the back?
Turn the music down.
First, Pastor. Oh, I sure do. Teddy, why don't you help me out here?
Hey, I'm right here.
Okay, hold on one second. Right. I'm just gonna pause this for a minute. Let me get to this music. All right, we're gonna turn the music down just a little bit. All right, here we go.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let's try this here.
Father God, Lord Jesus, I want to thank the Lord for bringing me here today into this beautiful building.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear okay.
It's fine.
Right.
Cheese cubes, chicken Caesar wrap, little chopped up room temperature fruit, honeydew melons, cantaloupe melons, chunks of pineapple that taste like melon because they've been touching the rest of the melon for too long. Amen.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. What you think about them snacks, Teddy?
Hey, you can have all the meat you want, but if it ain't a sandwich, you ain't got no bread, all right?
They be saying some wild stuff.
Okay. I mean, that was great, but I was kind of hoping you could say something that would feel, unifying. Oh, absolutely. Now you're here. Okay. Father God, Lord Jesus, we got to come together. No matter who you are, no matter what your skin color, no matter if you're a man or a woman, I especially want to thank God for making woman. Beautiful woman, y'all know the kind. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, big old forehead, and the curvature. always loved the coverage of an ample, big, four-headed woman.
Wow.
Rihanna.
Oh, wow.
Tyra. Zoe Deschanel. What you hiding under
That's
them
all.
things
I find it very ironic that 12 hours later we have this pow-powing. That's why I said, yeah, the Patreon, I'm gonna go in. 12 hours later, there was the pow-powing.
That's a hell of a coincidence.
Somebody said what? They're the two be here.
I said that's
the two witnesses
it's
said
it can be a reach or it could be a coincidence.
Reach my. That's all I gotta say. I find it coincident. Never mind.
No, it's just wild.
Ain't no reach.
She sat up here and she called her a 5-head in this post, and then he said
right. And he said what?
He did leave out Sade.
He meant Sade. Yeah, he meant that's cold. Leave Sade alone. Y'all better leave Sade alone.
Listen to me. It's a coincidence. Nobody said that he said that it was a code.
Yeah, I'm not doing a Lennon honor. I'm not saying. Look, I'm not doing a Lennon honor and pulling my arm out and see. Kenan Thompson said this about Rihanna, and then 12 hours later, there was a pow-powing at her house, and that's because Saturday night. Like I'm not doing none of that. I just brought something up. I don't think nobody even saying anything about it. I'm not saying it's even,
No, because people be coming over here, especially the haters. They be coming over here waiting for us to say something so they can go run.
Yeah, run tell that.
And then they want to say something, and then they want to say some more. It's perfectly fine. Listen to
me. They can say it to whomever. They can say it to both of these nuts. That's what they can say it to. Anyway.
Well, whatever the case may be, from the Praying Woman's Journal to a praying fake pastor to Rihanna's house, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
we were actually having a real conversation, and we were actually getting to the crux of some stuff. But yeah, that was a hell of a coincidence. Wow, he sure did.
But this is why I like.
Maybe Kenan Thompson needs to stop talking about people when he's doing his skits on Saturday Night Live. Maybe. I also find it
funny that Chris Redd got the crap beat out of him. But but dealing with, I ain't gonna even go there though. Kenan. Anyway.
You know what?
I ain't going there.
On that note, yeah, I think we've had our moment today, and we took a field trip, Jag Nation style, as we oftentimes do. We got to talk with James, the neighbor, and hear somebody who was actually there at the time. And
I don't think nobody's got a eyewitness account. At least nobody on YouTube, huh?
Outside of the news, no, I don't think anyone has actually talked to anyone. I don't think so, not yet, but we have, and who knows? Maybe as we go on, maybe there'll be other people to talk to. But I think we need to get to the bottom of sorting through this lawsuit and find out what that's really all about, and maybe it'll help us better understand, what could have possibly led to her crashing out the way that she crashed out. But this is a total crash out, and it makes absolutely no sense. Yet Teslas are also well equipped with cameras. Why would you go and commit a crime like this and make your car the snitch?
A Tesla is a confidential informant. I mean,
it's a straight CI.
Jeez.
People pay to get snitched on by they ride. Like I don't.
And the Ring cameras, right? Like.
But then she went to a mall. It was almost like she wanted to get caught.
Side note: that's the same mall where this lady tried to commit suicide years ago. She jumped off of some part of the parking, and some black, I think he was Nigerian, but some black security guard dude tried to catch her while she jumped, and he got paralyzed. I think she lived. I'm not sure. Y'all can look it up myself. Y'all see yourself. That's the Sherman Oaks Mall. Somebody tried to jump off of a whoop, and the security guard tried to rescue her.
Like of
And and,
all
and
places to go,
I
though.
would have been like,
Sherman Oaks
oh
Mall.
well. I would have been. No, if it ain't any of my kids, I'm not trying to. No, nah.
Yvonne was asking, "Are we going to do it on Patreon?" We're going to have a more candid
We're gonna do a
discussion.
lot more over there on Patreon, and
We'll have a
Yvonne's over there too. So
yeah, you're over there, Yvonne. So we're going to touch on, have a more unfiltered conversation over there. But we'll be back here. Um, I guess I don't know, to start cutting through this lawsuit and find out what's what.
yeah,
And then what we can't talk about or don't feel comfortable talking about here, we can do the rest over on Patreon. Oh, once again, what is this? Hi, Jaguar. Thanks for keeping us posted and having the courage to speak out about what's true and not. Any new word on Britney Spears? They're lying on her. That's the new word on Britney Spears. They're lying on her. She was not drunk. She did pass her sobriety test, and the drug that they found in her system was prescription Adderall. Why was she arrested? Maybe we need to
that's
have
like
that conversation. Maybe that's the
yeah,
next live we need to really do and sit
yeah,
down and talk about that. Why is Britney Spears being lied on
and
and yet she's
why
still arrested?
what and why nobody's talking about the fact that Harvey is in them files. Like we can go there.
Salute to DJ Lisa Love. I haven't talked to Lisa in so long. Salute to my Philly homegirl. She was one of the first people to play my records in
Nice,
Philadelphia when they first came out. Mm-hmm.
nice. That's what's up.
Sure was.
For
Yeah,
sure.
we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. Harvey Levin-Than. I call him Harvey Leviathan from TMZ. Yes.
He is in them files, y'all. Y'all know that.
He's
So
in
why
the
all of a
file.
sudden,
Mhm.
we got all this stuff coming out in the media, and no one's talking about the fact that he's in them files?
Yeah, he's in those files, listed as a good friend who can help with the media.
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention.
Like it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. He was talking about this poor woman, this Nancy Guthrie woman. By the time they find her, she's gonna be a mummy. And now he stopped talking about her so that he can start
Now
lying
he's
on Britney Spears again.
lying on Britney. Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and lots of love back to London. Well, on that note, I'm Jaguar Wright. This is Wolfgang Amadeus. Boots on the ground. We had a little field trip today. We went to go visit Rihanna's neighborhood, and we got to talk to one of her neighbors. And so, like I said, for those of you who haven't caught it, feel free to replay, and we'll see you guys for the deeper dives this Wednesday over on Patreon. And you guys know we're in Patreon on Sunday as well, and we'll talk to you pretty soon. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Peace. We out of here. And stop hating on me that my voice sounds a little bit lighter than it used to. I don't smoke anymore, for crying out loud. Jeez.
They waiting on Jack Quilla.
Look, she coming. She coming.